The wind screamed through Cloud City. Luke Skywalker clung to the narrow gantry, his hand gone, his lightsaber lost to the endless clouds below. Steam hissed around him, his body trembled, and above him stood the man in black, breathing slow, steady, patient. "Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father," Vader said. Luke's voice cracked. "He told me enough. He told me you killed him." "No, Luke." A pause, heavy, deliberate. "I am your father." The word struck harder than any blade. Luke shook his head, screaming into the wind. "No, no, that's not true. That's impossible." But Vader was not finished. Not this time. "Search your feelings. You know it to be true." He stepped closer, the mask tilting down. "And there is more, my son. A name the Jedi hid from you. A name they buried with the Republic." Luke froze. The storm seemed to still. Padmé. The name meant nothing, and everything. Luke's breath caught. Somewhere deep in the Force, a chord he had never known began to tremble. "She was your mother," Vader said, and for the first time, his voice wavered. "Senator, Queen, my wife. The Jedi took her from us. They took everything." Luke's eyes burned. "You're lying." "Am I?" Vader extended his gloved hand. "Join me, and I will tell you what truly happened to Padmé Amidala." Luke stared at the hand, then at the abyss below, and he let go. The Millennium Falcon tore through the stars. Inside the medical bay, Luke lay silent, a new mechanical hand clenching at his side. Leia watched him from the doorway. Chewbacca growled softly. No one spoke. No one dared. Because Luke was somewhere else. He was still on that gantry, still hearing that voice. "Padmé, she was your mother." He closed his eyes, and the Force answered. A vision struck him like a wave. A woman in white robes, dark curls, kind eyes filled with tears. She was standing on a balcony above a green world, Naboo, cradling her stomach. She was afraid, she was in love, and she was calling a name. "Anakin." Luke gasped and sat up, sweat pouring down his face. "Luke?" Leia rushed to his side. "You're safe. You're with us." But he wasn't safe. "Not anymore." "Leia," he whispered. "Did Ben ever tell you about my mother?" She hesitated. "Only a little. I remember mine. Just images. A sad face. Beautiful. She died when I was very young." Luke stared at her. Something in the Force shivered between them. Something neither of them understood yet. "Her name," Luke said slowly. "Was it Padmé?" Leia frowned. I don't know." "Why?" He didn't answer. He couldn't. Because Vader's voice was still in his head, whispering across the galaxy. "The Jedi took her from us. They took everything." Luke turned to the viewport, stars streaking past like tears. He had to know the truth, and there was only one place left to find it. The moon was cold, silent, far from any Imperial eye. Luke stood alone beneath a black sky, his new hand curled into a fist. He closed his eyes and reached into the Force. "Ben," he whispered. "Ben, I know you can hear me." The air shimmered. A pale blue figure formed before him, robes flowing, eyes soft, sorrow deep. "Luke," Obi-Wan said gently, "you've grown strong. You lied to me." Luke's voice cut like ice. "You told me Vader killed my father. You never said he was my father." Obi-Wan lowered his gaze. "What I told you was true. From a certain point of view." "A certain point of view?" Luke stepped closer. "He told me her name, Ben. Padmé, my mother. Why did you hide her? Why did the Jedi bury her from me?" The old master hesitated, and that pause told Luke everything. "She was a senator," Obi-Wan finally said. "A queen. Oh, she loved your father. But when he fell to the dark side, she died of a broken heart. We hid you both to protect you." "No," Luke said. "You hid us to control us." Obi-Wan's spirit flickered. "Luke, you took me from her. You took Leia. You let me grow up on a desert, thinking I was nobody. You didn't protect me, Ben. You used me." The wind rose. Obi-Wan's form began to fade. "There is more you don't understand, young Skywalker. things darker than Vader himself. Then tell me. But the spirit was already gone. Luke stood alone, his faith in the Jedi shattered. Naboo was beautiful. Rolling hills, silver lakes, a sky so blue it hurt to look at. Luke landed his X-wing in a quiet meadow, far from Imperial patrols. He wore no rebel colors, just a brown cloak, just a sun, searching. In the city of Theed, he moved like a shadow. The old palace still stood, half forgotten by the Empire. Inside, dust covered the marble. Statues of past queens lined the halls. And then, he saw her. A tall statue of a young woman, regal, kind. Her name carved beneath in gold letters. Padmé Amidala, Queen of Naboo, Senator of the Republic. Luke's breath left him. He found the royal archive deep below the palace. A quiet keeper, an old woman named Sabé, watched him enter. Her eyes filled with tears the moment she saw his face. "You have his eyes," she whispered. But her heart. She led him to a private chamber. A single hollow projector waited there, dusty but alive. She pressed the switch. Padmé appeared, smiling, radiant, standing beside a young Jedi with sandy hair and a crooked grin. Anakin Skywalker. They laughed. They held hands. They spoke of a baby, of a future, of hope. Luke sank to his knees. Holo after holo played. A secret wedding, whispered fears, a war tearing them apart. And then, her final message, her voice cracking. "There is still good in him. I know. There is still." The recording cut to silence. Luke stared at the frozen image of his mother. A tear rolled down his cheek. That night, Luke slept beside the lake country. The wind was soft. The stars were bright. But in the Force, something stirred. A cold pressure filled his dreams. The air turned heavy. And then, a voice, deep, mechanical, unmistakable. "My son." Luke sat up in the grass, breathing hard. His new hand trembled. Vader was not near, yet somehow, he was right there. "How are you doing this?" Luke whispered. "Blood calls to blood, Luke. The Force between us is stronger than distance, stronger than the Jedi ever knew." Luke's jaw tightened. "Then tell me the truth, all of it. What happened to her?" There was silence, and then a slow, painful breath. "They poisoned her mind against me. Obi-Wan, Yoda, the Council. When she carried you, I saw her death in my dreams. I begged the Jedi for help. They refused. They only wanted power." Luke closed his eyes. He saw flashes. Coruscant burning. A young Anakin weeping. Padmé on Mustafar, reaching out a shaking hand. "I went to save her," Vader whispered, and Obi-Wan followed. "He turned her against me. He struck me down. He left me to burn. No, she died believing I was a monster, but it was the Jedi who killed her, Luke, not me. Never me." Luke's tears fell into the grass. "Come to me, my son. Let me show you what they took from us. Let me show you her grave." The voice faded. The stars returned, but Luke sat frozen, shaking. The swamps of Dagobah steamed under a heavy sky. Luke landed his X-wing beside the little hut he once knew so well. Yoda was waiting on the doorstep, small, frail, ancient. The old master's eyes narrowed the moment he saw Luke's face. "Troubled you are. Changed." "I know the truth, Master." Luke's voice was calm, too calm. "About my father, about my mother, about what the Jedi did." Yoda sighed, leaning on his cane. "Simple. The truth is not. Dangerous. Vader's words are. Twisted by the dark side. They come. But some of it is true," Luke said. "You hid her from me. You hid Leia. You let me believe I had no one." Yoda's ears drooped. "Protect you. We tried. Perfect. We were not." Luke knelt before him. "Master, I don't want to kill my father. I want to save him. And I think she is the way." "Padmé?" Yoda whispered. The name seemed to pain him. "He still loves her. I felt it in the Force. Her memory is the crack in his armor. The Emperor can't touch that. No one can." Yoda closed his eyes. For a long moment, he said nothing. Powerful, love is, but dangerous too. Fail you may, fall, you may, lose everything, you may, then I'll fall trying. Luke stood tall. I won't strike him down, I'll bring him home. Yoda gazed at him, sad, proud, afraid. Then go, young Skywalker. But remember, the Emperor waits, and ready for you, he is. The throne room of the Emperor was cold. Red guards lined the walls. Stars burned through the tall window. And there, at the top of the steps, sat Emperor Palpatine, smiling like a spider waiting for its meal. Luke stood in binders. Vader stood beside him, silent, watching. Welcome, young Skywalker, the Emperor hissed. I have been expecting you. Luke didn't look at him. He looked at Vader. Father, Luke said quietly. I know what happened on Mustafar. Vader stiffened. I know she came to save you. I know she still loved you when she died. Silence, Vader growled. But Luke stepped closer. I saw her, Father, on Naboo. I heard her voice. She said there was still good in you. She believed in you, until her last breath. Enough! Her name was Padmé. The word cut through the throne room like a blade. Vader staggered. Just a step. But it was enough. The Emperor's smile faded. Do not listen to him, Lord Vader, Palpatine snapped. The boy lies. No, Luke whispered. He is the one who lied. He told you she died because of you. But she died because of him. Because he poisoned everything you loved. Behind the black mask, something shifted. A memory. A face. A woman on a balcony, whispering a name. Anakin. Vader's fists trembled. His breathing broke rhythm. The Emperor rose from his throne, fury twisting his ancient face. Then it seems, you both must die. Lightning crackled at his fingertips. The storm above Coruscant rolled slow and heavy, like something in the sky was holding its breath. Inside the Imperial Palace, high above the endless city lights, Emperor Palpatine sat alone on his throne. His yellow eyes were half closed. His fingers, thin and pale, rested on the arms of the black chair. To anyone watching, he looked calm, almost sleeping. But inside, the dark side was screaming. Something was wrong. He could feel it. A small crack, deep in the Force, like a hairline break in black glass. It was faint, almost nothing. But Palpatine had lived long enough to know that almost nothing was often the beginning of everything. He opened his eyes. Vader, he whispered. The name hung in the air like smoke. Far across the galaxy, on a quiet moon that no star map named, Darth Vader stood inside a small stone chamber. The walls were old. Older than the Empire. Older than the Republic. Older maybe than the Jedi themselves. In front of him stood his son. Luke Skywalker was pale, tired, and shaking, but his eyes were steady. In his hand was no lightsaber, no blaster, no weapon at all, just a small piece of blue fabric, torn and burned at the edges. Behind Luke, laid on a low stone bed, was a woman, Padmé, alive, barely. Vader's chest rose and fell inside the black armor. The machine breathing was slow, but heavy, like a drum before a battle. This is a trick, Vader said. His voice was low, almost broken. No, Father. Luke stepped forward. She has been alive this whole time. The Emperor lied to you. He let you believe she died, so you would have nothing left but him. Vader did not move. But deep inside the helmet, behind the red lenses, something old and buried was waking up. Padmé's eyes fluttered open. She was thin, weak. Her lips barely moved, but she saw him. She saw the black mask, and she did not look away. Ani, she whispered. That word, that one word. It hit Vader harder than any lightsaber strike in 20 years. Ani, not Lord Vader, not monster, not traitor. Ani, the name his mother used. The name Padmé used, back when the galaxy was warm and full of light. Back when he was still a boy pretending to be a hero. Vader's hand, the black glove, the metal fingers, slowly rose. It hovered in the air, halfway between his side and her face. He did not know where to put it. He did not know if he was allowed to touch her. He did not know if he still deserved to. Luke watched, holding his breath. "She has been kept alive by the Force," Luke said softly. "By her own strength, and by yours. Some part of you never stopped reaching for her, even in the darkness, even inside that armor." Vader's mechanical breathing grew louder. "The Emperor," Vader said slowly, "told me I killed her. He lied. He told me, in my anger, I struck her down. He lied, Father. He said, the child died with her." Luke stepped even closer. His voice cracked, just a little. "I'm right here." Back on Coruscant, Palpatine stood up from his throne. The crack in the Force was no longer a hairline. It was a canyon. He walked, slow and careful, to the tall window. Below him, the city moved without knowing anything. Speeders, lights, life, all of it, ignorant of the shift happening above their heads. Palpatine's hands began to shake, not from fear, from rage. 2 heartbeats. He could feel 2 heartbeats where there should only be one. Vader, and someone else, someone strong, someone bright, someone he had ordered killed twice already. "Skywalker," he hissed. The boy is with him." He turned sharply and pressed a button on his armrest. A hologram flickered to life, blue and cold. "Prepare my shuttle," Palpatine snapped. "The Executor, the Royal Guard, every unit, now." The officer on the other end swallowed hard. Yes, my master. May I ask the destination?" Palpatine's eyes glowed brighter. "Wherever my apprentice is, I will find him. And I will end what he has failed to end." The hologram vanished. The Emperor stood alone in the huge dark room, and for the first time in a very, very long time, he was afraid. Back on the quiet moon, Padmé lifted her hand. It was thin. Her skin was pale, but she reached, slowly, up toward the black mask. Vader did not move. He could not move. Her fingers touched the cold metal of his helmet, right where his cheek would be, if he still had one that worked. "I know you're in there," she whispered. "I have always known." Something inside Vader broke, quietly, like ice cracking underwater. "Padmé," he said. And it did not sound like Vader. Not really. The voice modulator was still there, still deep and mechanical. But underneath, for one small second, there was a young man from Tatooine, a slave boy who once dreamed of the stars, a Jedi who once loved a queen. "I have done terrible things," he said. "I know. I cannot come back from them." "You already have," Padmé said. "The moment you did not strike our son." Vader turned his head toward Luke. Slowly, Luke's hand was open, empty. He had come here with nothing but the truth, and his mother. He had used love as a weapon, not a lightsaber, not the Force. Love. And Vader, the greatest servant of the Sith, had no defense against it. "The Emperor is coming," Vader said suddenly. His voice snapped back into hard focus. "He has felt this. He will not allow it." "I know," Luke said. "That's why we cannot stay here. He will bring everything. His guard, his fleet. Let him." Vader looked down at his son. Really looked. Not as a Sith looks at prey. Not as a father looks at a stranger. But as a man looks at his own blood. "You are not strong enough to face him," Vader said. "Not yet." "I don't have to be," Luke answered. "Because you are." Silence. The kind of silence that changes galaxies. On the Star Destroyer Executor, Admiral Piet received the order, and went pale. The Emperor himself was coming aboard. That had not happened since the darkest days of the war. Every officer on the bridge stood a little straighter, a little more scared. Palpatine's shuttle docked with a hiss of steam. Red Royal Guards marched out first, tall, silent, holding their force pikes like spears from an older, crueler time. Then came the Emperor, hunched in his black robes, walking slow, but the air around him felt like a blade. "Admiral," Palpatine rasped, "set course. I will guide you personally." "Yes, Your Majesty." "And Piet?" The Admiral froze. "If we arrive, and I sense my apprentice has switched sides." Palpatine's mouth curled into a small, dry smile. "You will fire on him. Understood?" Piet's throat was dry. "Understood, my lord." Back on the moon, Vader kneeled, slowly, painfully. The armor was not built for this kind of movement, servos hissed. Metal creaked. But he kneeled anyway, beside the stone bed where Padmé lay. He took her hand in his. Her fingers looked so small against the black glove, like a bird resting on a rock. "I do not know how to be him again," Vader said. "The man you loved. He died on Mustafar." "He didn't die," Padmé said softly. "He just got lost." Luke placed a hand on his father's shoulder. The black armor, the symbol of everything the galaxy had learned to fear. But under his son's touch, Vader did not pull away. "We have to move her," Luke said. "The Emperor is close." "I can feel him." Vader nodded once, then his voice grew steady, cold, focused. Not the coldness of the Sith, but the discipline of the soldier he once was. "Then we will not run from him," Vader said. "We will meet him." Luke's eyes widened. "Father, he has controlled me for 20 years, my son." Vader stood. The chamber seemed smaller around him. "He took my wife. He took my child. He took my name. He took my face. He will not take you." The mask tilted down toward Padmé one more time, gently, almost like a bow. "Not this time." Palpatine's fleet dropped out of hyperspace above the moon. Star destroyers filled the sky like knives. TIE fighters spilled from their hangars in black clouds. The Emperor's personal shuttle broke away from the executor, guarded by 6 others, and began its descent. Inside, Palpatine sat very still. His eyes were closed. He was searching, reaching, pushing his mind out into the Force like fingers into a wound. He found Vader. He found Skywalker. And he found her. His eyes snapped open. His breath caught in his throat. "Impossible," he whispered. "She lives." For the first time in his long, cruel, calculating life, Emperor Palpatine had missed something. He had let one small ember burn, thinking it was ash. And now that ember had lit a fire he could not control. Land,